always tell me it's being recorded. Okay.
All right. And hello. And you guys, we are back with another video. Look at us doing something back to back. Look at us. We cutting up.
And we being
so, as usual, you know what to do. Let's all get all the housekeeping stuff out of the way. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. We are the Duo Sisters, but we're going to come in and we're going to tell it like it is, okay? So while you're hitting it, what's that?
I was going to say, let's go ahead and talk about why we're doing something different tonight. We're not showing our faces.
Yes, so we are doing this in honor of Avatar Monica, okay? So Avatar Monica does not show her face. Now, even though you guys do see my picture, you don't actually see me, okay? So we're going to tap into our avatar and we're going to be the voice behind the picture, okay? So as you already know, my name is Shun.
I'm Ken.
And we are here to get into the mess. So our title is literally dedicated to Miss Monica and all about the tea. And we're going to talk about the fact that she is going to go live tonight.
She is just going live tonight.
Yes, her side of the story. And I guess she's going to give her perspective. I guess she's going to come out and do some behind the scenes things because she feels like Ples and Bishop, more importantly, those two people lie and then tell the story like it is. So, Ken, what you think? Okay, just because we're just speculating at this point.
Yeah, we're just speculating what we think Monica is going to talk about. Of course, we know that Monica is going to play the victim. Now, what I can say, like, I think we mentioned this on our video yesterday. I mean, I don't think, well, no, I'm not going to say that because they did have some things to say about Monica. So I'm sure she's going to try to throw all of them under the bus at this point because they have left her out to dry. I mean, at this point, she's scrambling for her pieces, you know. Yeah. I don't know where Monica can go from here, and I am so interested into seeing this live that she put together. I told you I think she's gonna not come on here by herself. Monica definitely needs a panel to back herself up because Monica, we can't sit here and listen to Monica for the 2 to 3 hours that she's on.
So actually, that's a good thing you said that because she's actually doing and did an interview with a known YouTuber called Wiley. And she went and told her side, her part of it to him. So he also did a live as well on today, pretty much, you know, bragging about the fact that Monica came to him and how he has all the tea and how he has this and that and how why y'all over here taking up for this panel is really not what you seen.
Basically, Monica paid him to say all of those.
Agreed, 100%. So you guys, I want you guys to go and check out Wiley's video, whether you do it tonight, tomorrow. Go check it out because I think it'll give you a lot of perspective as to what Monica is going to say. But
Monica is gonna make everything Ples's fault. I'm sure Ples is gonna be the reason she claims is gonna be the reason that everybody left her. Monica is never going to take responsibilities for her own actions. They have all said that Monica was a horrible communicator. And I don't know about you, but I can't work for somebody who doesn't communicate. You know, even like we said, while we do YouTube, we have to communicate before we actually get on the platform. We have to communicate about what we're going to say, what we're going to talk about, and how everything is going to roll, you guys. So as you're listening to us today, we've already discussed it multiple times today. You have to communicate with your partner. Another thing that Wiley was saying, he was saying, oh, they should be grateful that they got a platform. They got over 100,000 of eyes on them every night. They should be grateful that Monica even gave them a chance because none of them were nobodies before they got with Monica.
Correct. So
Monica, I can agree with this. Monica gave them a platform, but my personality is my personality. Yes. You can't make that, because if that's the case, make another one.
But not only that, it ain't even about the personality. They grew you to what you are now.
Right.
Your panel grew you to what you are now. Your panel is what made people tune in. Now, of course, we can say it's clickbait. We can say that her titles were, her thumbnails were intriguing and made people want to come in, and that plays a part. But it doesn't matter how. Let me use this for an example. I've been on Facebook, and you know how people post articles, and it can be a clickable title, and then I get in and it's a sweepstakes or it's something like that, you know, and people do it all the time, and I think that's what Monica did. Now let's not bash Monica. Monica already had a following. Let's give her props.
Yes, you know, she
already had a following. However, her night panel literally took her from 50 to over 100,000 in 4 months. That's almost unheard of in the YouTube world. So
you have to understand, when you bring it on different people, they already had some sort of a following. I don't care if it was 50 to 100 people. Those 50 to 100 people subscribe to this channel, All About the Tea, for them. So when they knew that they were going to be on there nightly, so Monica, I would say it was a win-win for everybody. Everybody got what they wanted. Now, I don't know if Monica, I'm sure the people who came over with a pledge or a schoolboy or a bishop, they left. If they're no longer there, there's no reason for me. You know, that's just like, it's kind of like if you go see your son play football, he no longer play football. You don't keep going to the game?
Mm-hmm.
No, because he's no longer there. So
ain't no point in me going.
Right. So it's like they all helped each other. So I kind of get what he was saying when he said they should be grateful, but Monica should have been grateful also, because she had somebody.
Is a stretch for me. That word is a stretch. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I do not like when people want to praise you and rant and rave about you, and then the minute something go bad, now I want to talk down about you, which I feel like what Monica is going to do, because Wiley is already throwing the shots now.
Monica is going to read each one of them for filth, because nobody is going to be there to stop her. She's going to drag them. And I'm telling you.
I also feel like, so the Wiley thing to me, because he's so when I say he's already taking shots, he's going against Ples and said that she's not a real lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
He's also, and the crazy part is that they are really harping on Ples more than anybody. Now everybody left. Why you more upset at Ples than Bishop?
He started the domino effect. So this all started with Ples. So of course they have the most hatred towards her.
But Ples is her own woman, and I think so. Let me say this about Monica: she does it. She's doing an interview with this guy, which means they're not going live, which means nobody can't call in like how she normally do and combat her. Or I don't want to use the word combat, because combat sound like they want to fight her or start an argument, but they can't question her. And I think she wants it that way. I think she wants to be able to come out here, say whatever she got to say, and y'all deal with it how y'all want to. I feel like, again, Monica is being contradictive, because why not do things how you normally do? You go live all the time. You've never done a pre-recorded video. Why
not? Because she know Wiley and her on the same team, and they don't want anybody calling in going against what they're saying. They at this point they want an amen corner. They want a yes man.
That's all they want.
And they're gonna be there that for each other. So I can see, you know, why they're gonna pre-record this.
Yeah, they definitely don't want nobody calling in. They definitely don't want anybody to question Monica and her actions and what she did, because so many people was like, well, she, they did a live and she didn't say nothing then. What's the difference between then and now? And Wally was like, well, she gonna get into that. She gonna talk about that. Well, the thing is, she had the chance to do it then. That was your whole point, Monica, for going live. You started the live saying, we finna talk about this YouTube drama, or however she worded it. That was your time then.
Right. Monica had to write her notes, gather everything. Monica wanted to get she allowed everybody to speak. So now she's ready to get her stuff out because everybody has said something now. Now it's
you know what? I'm not even mad at the fact that she's about to say something because that's her God-given right. And like you said, everybody said something.
She owes it to her teacup. She owes it to...
And she do. So I'm not mad about that. I think I'm more concerned of, I don't want to use the word concern. I guess I'm more on the fence of where you're going with this. And my mind can only take me to, you're about to play victim. That's all I got. And you're about to play victim.
She's gonna talk about how I found these people and I helped them and I was paying them. You don't get paid for a panel. You don't get. She's gonna go into that and like we said, $300 a month, $200 a month. Monica, it's not no money for you to have me up all night, 7 nights a week.
And that's another thing. And I feel like that's what Wiley and Monica gonna harp on the most because Wiley kept saying it the entire time. So like when Ken and I spoke earlier about this, let's break down $300. Let's say they got the max of $300 and everybody got 300. You're telling me for a whole month I got $300? That means I got $100 under $100 a week, honestly.
Right.
I have less than $100 a week where I'm on a panel talking to you. And let's just say it's 5 days. We know they went 7 at times, but give the benefit of the doubt that she gave them 2 days off. We on the live 5 days out of the week, like a job, Monday through Friday. We're on here 2 to 3 hours out the day. And I'm getting paid this amount of money. Now, again, let me give her props. She is correct. You are getting exposure. You are being found. Yes, I want you to go get your own page and start over there. And that's why I'm conflicted with Monica because you have said this numerous of times on your channel, and now that they're doing it, it's a problem. Right.
I guess
I don't get it.
I guess she said I was paying y'all internet bill.
And this the thing too. I would rock with Monica in this situation if you only had them on there 3 nights out the week.
2 or 3.
I feel like that is generous. That I'm giving you $300 a month. Right. I only have you here 2-3 nights out the week, and we only on here for an hour. Right. That's sensible. That makes sense. You're telling me that I need to get $300 a month and be grateful to work 7 days straight and only work 7 days straight in my real 9 to 5.
And even though they were getting a little bit more of exposure, Monica, you left them no time to even do anything with that exposure on their own.
And that's another thing. That's another thing. So, and let's talk about exposure. Let's talk about that part because that keep coming up with Wiley as well. Exposure is one thing. So if y'all have already grown y'all channel, well, Monica in the panel has grown the channel to 100 subs, right? 100,000 subs. Right. Are any of us really stopping to go over there and subscribe to Players, Bishop, Marcella, and Schoolboy?
No, I'm not.
Let's have a real conversation. Are we really doing it?
I'm not. Like I told you earlier, I watch the show because as a collective, I like to hear their perspective, but I'm not running over there to follow them in their future endeavors.
And you're not. So yes, you may have 100,000. Players may get 1,000. Schoolboy may get 1,000. Right. Let's say everybody got 1,000. That's just 4,000 people. Right. So 1,000, that's not enough to be intimidated, if that makes sense.
Right.
It's not enough.
Right. And
it's not like they got 10,000 followers from you.
I'm gonna bet you this. They're getting more exposure now from the aftermath than they were on her channel.
And that part.
Because now people are like, who's Pledge? Who's Schoolboy? Who's these people? Let me, let me go find out what's going on. They getting more exposure because people want the tea.
Yes.
So that part. Maybe they should be grateful for that.
I guess so. Be grateful, child. So let's talk about Avatar. So if I know y'all been in these YouTube streets and everybody is up ablaze and calling Monica Avatar. Monica. Which it hasn't been a new name. She's had it for a while, but they are really wearing it out now.
Because you know what? At this point, you causing all this stuff. We wanted to see the person behind the avatar.
So do you think it's important for her to show herself?
Let me see. Okay, so because it's let's just say this. When you decide to do a YouTube channel, you're gonna do it how you see fit. Everybody is not comfortable on the camera. You got days where you may feel a little bloated. You got days where your hair not done. You got days where you just ain't feeling it. You just want to be a boy. So you're more comfortable because like how we're doing it now, it feels like us on the phone.
Right.
Well, I might want to do this from now on and not show my face. Y'all done seen me before,
Yeah.
Everybody's entitled to do what they want to do. However, we're following you, we're watching you, we're listening to you. Sometimes we want to put a face to the name.
To a name, that part.
And you know what? I wouldn't even be mad at Monica if she had an actual photo up there. But you made up an avatar. And I don't know about you, because people got iPhones, emojis, you can do the avatars on Facebook. Them things they kind of look like you, but you making it how you think you
No, they don't.
You making it how you think you look.
Right.
So it's not like now I can see if they did like a facial recognition and then they made it and you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But a few where I saw where some look like that, but even then I can put on her that I got long blonde hair. Y'all know my hair medium and black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's actually me. So Monica, even if you never showed your face, girl, I at least put an actual photo of you. But
I think a lot of people are going in on her for that reason. Everybody keeps saying, I ain't finna get to argue with no avatar.
Right.
That's the going joke. I ain't finna argue with no avatar. Right. And I actually think that I'm actually okay with the fact that she don't show her face. And Ken and I has talked about this before all this even happened. We've been had this conversation. So let us make this clear too.
Right. And I'm sure a lot of people have.
Yes. We've talked about this front and back already.
That's just the jab right now that we can throw at her.
And it is. And it works. But also, I think my issue comes in, it's not the fact that you don't show yourself. I think it's more of a contradiction that when you allow people to call in, you are requiring them to show their self. Now, if you want to protect your identity, how your house look on the inside, because you feel like, I don't know what you may be thinking as to why you do it. Everybody has their own reason.
But I'm gonna tell you this: if that's your reason, at this point late in the game, girl, you could have got a background. I mean, Schoolboy got a whole computer situation going on, looking like she in the classroom. So if she can get it, I know you could get it.
And my point is with that is, if whatever your reasoning is for why you do it, why can't you extend that same grace to your callers?
Right. And it's like, I think like she wants them to show their face, but then if they go off the screen, they can do that too. But it's still, like you said, if I'm sitting up here bad mouthing these folks with you, I don't want to be shot up in the street because I said something. And I mean, like, give me that same opportunity. I mean, I'm on here. I mean,
that's what I feel. Like, I think that it should definitely be that way.
Their real names, but that doesn't matter. I got your face. you know?
Yeah.
So anybody can find you. And anybody, everybody know everybody.
That part.
So yeah, Monica, going forward, Monica, with your new panel, give them that same opportunity. You heard of the saying, treat people how you want to be treated. If you don't want your face on, then let me put my avatar up there. Let's be the avatar game.
Let's be the avatar game.
Let's be the avatar game, because now, even after a blow up, people who defended Monica, they know what players look like. They know what Schoolboy look like. So they can go,
and troll.
Because I saw something on YouTube where it said Monica was getting death threats or whatever. I mean, you can death threat an avatar as long as you don't know what this lady looks like. She can walk past you in Target and you don't know it's her. We don't know where Monica is. So I mean,
don't know.
Give me the same
I don't even think she's even gave her city and state. Like Players said, she's in Louisiana, in New Orleans.
Right.
Schoolboy is in Texas, I believe. Schoolboy in Texas, Marcella in New Jersey, New York, somewhere up north, and the Bishop is in California.
Oh, okay. So so Monica, so they got my face, they got my city and state. Hell, it don't take long for you to find me.
Okay.
But going forward, because I want to get ready and wrap this up, because I've got to tune in for Monica. Where does Monica go going forward?
Before we answer that question, I want us to do one thing, because that's going to be our last question.
Okay.
I want us to answer this one question here, and then we'll wrap up with that last one. Why do you think that they are going against Play's credentials as being a lawyer?
I could say it's hate. People don't want to see. People don't want to see people do good. She's a Black lawyer. You're a Black woman. You Black. You a woman. You a lawyer. People hate to see it, and it's your own people. I've never questioned whether she was a real lawyer. I mean, if you told me she a lawyer, hey, she a lawyer. I don't
take her word for it. But why would somebody lie? Now, let's be serious. People lie all the time. Let's be honest. But in this situation, Players was not pulling a avatar. Her face was being shown. So if I'm telling you I'm a lawyer, an attorney, why would I lie about that?
Right.
So that's another thing that Wiley and Monica is going to harp on and say that she's not a real lawyer.
What did Schoolboy call her? A paper pusher?
That's what they called her. And that's Monica's words, because Wiley is using the same exact words and saying that she's a paper pusher.
Let me tell you something. For me to sit up here and have a lie is like that. Yeah, you could lie because they're not in your city and state, but people gonna always go behind and fact check you. I mean, you could tell me something tomorrow, I'm a fact check it. I'm sorry. I'm because we knows it.
Yeah.
And we really want to know.
So, and to wrap this question up, and we're going to jump into your question, why was it good enough for when she was on your channel? You always introduced her as the attorney, plus what's your attorney advice, but now it's you a paper pusher. You're not even a real attorney.
Because Monica is a hater. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing, even if Players left YouTube today, she still got her career. Monica, you have nothing but that avatar and that computer you sitting behind. And that's all you got.
Okay. And on that note, where do you see her going?
Monica, this is what I told you. This is what I want Monica to do. Monica, you got people working like them Chinese folks overseas, who slaving and making the clothes and stuff, baby. You go for $300 a month, you're gonna have to, and to just keep your channel fresh, you need to, do a weekly panel. We're gonna have Barbara, Bob, and Sasha this week. Next week, we're gonna have Tom, and Harry. You got to keep it rolling. because it's a liability now on you. Now your channel is got all this friction because people are leaving. It's not a good look on you. So if you refresh, if you just keep switching them out, even maybe you just do like I said, weekly or monthly, and then we switch it up, and then just use the same 8 or 10 people. That's what I want to see from Monica, because like I told you earlier, Monica, your show has left.
Yeah.
If you Wendy Williams and you come to work and the producer gone, the stage person gone, the wardrobe person gone, that's your show. Yeah, you the face or the faceless avatar. Yeah, that's you. But the people we came to see, they gone. Now you in jeopardy. So I cannot wait to see the stunt she pulls tonight. And I'm sure she's gonna. I will tell you what she's gonna do tonight. She's gonna have her Amen corner on there. Wiley probably gonna be on there tonight, and whoever else is backing up whatever she got to say. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's what she's gonna do. She's not coming on this live by herself.
She's definitely not coming on here by herself.
I think she cannot carry a live by herself.
And yeah, I was about to say that I think that is a real you're not as popping as you think you are. Because if you were, everybody wants to be Beyonce, or the other words, everybody want to be like Mike, which is Michael Jordan, but you can't do it. It takes a lot to be able to carry something on and for longevity.
And like said, you're not that girl.
You're not that girl. And because she has
choir.
And because she's based her channel around a panel.
Yes.
Not based her channel around herself. She based her channel around a panel. So
y'all got to keep in mind, this ain't her first rodeo.
Yeah.
The guy So Debonair, he left. That's 5 people in this year.
Yeah. And also I was watching a live, I think it was Sisters Talk. I think that's the name of that channel. And one of the callers that called in on one of Monica Lives for All About the Tea was talking about her. So not only do you now you have your panel that's speaking against you, now your callers are calling in speaking against you.
Right.
Now, you can lie on your panel and say this, that, and the third, but what are you going to say about your callers?
Exactly. So they lie.
What you got to back up for that?
Right. Like you said, Monica, you played your card, sweetie.
You played it. We showed you showed your hand.
You a one-trick pony, and if anybody was smart, they wouldn't get intertwined with your mess. I can't work for nobody I can't see. I'm not talking, just no voice.
Yeah. And Wiley kept bringing it up and said, well, you don't know the CEO of your company and you don't know what they look like. Everybody has a picture of their CEO.
Thank you. And
you're lying.
You can Google that.
Thank you.
Or when you start working for a company, you're going to watch a video or something.
And you have their name. You know their name. Even if I don't have a picture of you, like you said, I can Google in William Dent. Boom. There's my CEO.
Right. So
come on, y'all. And that's Wiley trying to take up for her. I give him credit for being on her train. I do think
you know what? I would love to have a person like Wiley on my team.
Yeah.
And let me I'm wrong. You got my
right. Back. Well, let me say this. I'm gonna throw Monica a little more leeway. Here's why, because why not go to a platform who's going to have your back?
Right.
Why not? It's a smart move.
Your Amen corner.
Somebody who's not going to question you. Somebody who's not going to debate you and be like, well, what about this? Well, you did do this, so he's going to be there to literally listen to her, and whatever she says, he's going to take it for face value.
Exactly. And I just cannot wait. I can't wait to see y'all. You know what? That's all I got. We're going to come to y'all tomorrow with a recap and a review of Monica's live. Also, we're going to get into Fallon's interview that everybody is waiting for. I also want to thank all of the viewers who have viewed our last video.
Yes.
We woke up to some numbers. Might not be no numbers to you, but it was numbers to us. And
yes.
we're so grateful for that. Now, if you guys can just subscribe,
help us sisters out. Help us out.
Yeah. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know when we come back. Guys, we've been back to back. We're gonna be back tomorrow. Hopefully with 2 videos.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
What else you got, Shun?
That's it. You said it all. That's it. Y'all go ahead and tune in to Miss Monica. See what she's talking about, y'all. She go live at 8 o'clock.
Guys, drop down in the comment and let us know what you think about all of this mess and all of this drama. And I want to know, would you work for somebody that you could never see?
Yes.
And that's, you know what, and the phone number they got for her probably ain't her real number. It's probably a track phone.
Or a Google number. You know, they have them little Google numbers. It ain't the real.
A WhatsApp number.
That too.
I don't put it past. But yeah, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and head on out so we can catch Miss Monica, and we will holler at y'all tomorrow.
We will. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.